today in this video we are going to study about classification of bases. So these bases, they are classified first on the basis of strength. So on the basis of strength, it is divided into strong base or alkali or weak base or alkali. So what is a strong base or strong alkali? The base which are completely ionized in its aqueous solution and which give high concentration of hydroxide ion in the solution. It is known as strong base. Strong base are those which are completely ionized in its aqueous solution and which give high concentration of hydroxide ions in solution. Strong base, when they combines with acids, they form salt, strong salt. Okay, so these strong bases, they also release heat when they neutralize with strong acids. Strong base, they also acts as strong electrolyte in the process of electrolysis. So there are so many examples of strong base. First is potassium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide. So we are taking this sodium hydroxide. So sodium hydroxide, how they are ionizing in solution, we will see this. So sodium hydroxide, it is present in aqueous solution. So it dissociates into sodium, which is in aqueous state, and it produces hydroxide ion. Okay. Now, weak base or weak alkali. It undergoes only partial dissociation or ionization in its aqueous solution to produce low concentration of hydroxide ion in the solution. Or we can say these weak base, they react with weak acid and they give weak salt. But what happens when they react with strong acid? They form strong salt. Weak base, they act as weak electrolyte in aqueous solution. The examples of these are ammonium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide. So we'll see with ammonium hydroxide, when it dissociates, it will form NH4 in aqueous solution, okay, along with OH. Clear? So this was on the basis of strength. Now next is on the basis of acidity. What is the acidity of a base? We can say the acidity of a base is the number of replaceable hydroxide ions per molecule of base, or we can say number of hydroxyl ions which can be produced per molecule of the base in its aqueous solution, or we can say the number of hydrogen ion with which a molecule of that base will react to produce salt and water. It is known as acidity of base. So on that basis, it is divided into monoacidic base, diacidic base and triacidic base. Monoacidic base, that means those bases which have one replaceable hydroxide ion per molecule, or we can say it is a base that dissociates in molten, or we can say infused state or in aqueous solution, and they produces only one hydroxide ion per molecule of that base. For example, for monoacidic base, we can take an example of sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide. In the same way, it get dissociated, NaOH, sodium hydroxide, it dissociate and it will monohydroxide, that means it will form Na plus OH, that is negative ion. Okay, diacidic, that means two. So it is a base that dissociates in molten or in aqueous solution and produces 2 hydroxide ion per molecule of that base. Here the examples are calcium hydroxide and copper hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide, when it get dissociated, it will form infused state, it will form Cu and OH. 2. Got it? Now the last is triacetic base. Triacetic base is a base that dissociates in aqueous solution or infused state to produce 3 OH molecule of that base. For example, now children, the third one is triacetic bases. Triacetic bases are those types of bases that dissociates in aqueous solution and it will form 3 hydroxide ion. For example, aluminum hydroxide and ferric hydroxide. Now come to preparation of bases. First is from metals. Metals, when they react with oxygen, it will form a base. For example, we may take any metal, we can take sodium. Sodium, when it reacts with oxygen, it will form Na2O. Okay. Next is action of water on reactive metals. Reactive metals, when they react with water, it will form base along with hydrogen. We can take any of the reactive metals. Suppose we can take potassium. Potassium, when it reacts with water, it will form a base, that is potassium hydroxide along with hydrogen. Okay. Now balance the equation. 2 and 2. Yes. 2 over here. Now the third preparation is action of water on soluble metallic oxide. When metallic oxide, it reacts with water, it will give a base. We can take any of the metallic oxide. Suppose we can take calcium oxide. Calcium oxide, when it reacts with water, it will form a base, that is calcium hydroxide. Clear? Classification is by double decomposition. What happens in double decomposition? The salt solution, it will react with a base or an alkali and it will form basic hydroxide along with normal salt. So we can take any of the salt solution. Suppose we can take copper sulfate. Okay, copper sulfate, when it reacts with the base, suppose sodium hydroxide, the basic hydroxide which is formed is copper hydroxide along with normal salt. Normal salt will be NaSO4, Na2SO4. Copper hydroxide, basic hydroxide, that will, it is precipitate, reacts with a base and it will precipitate the respective metallic hydroxide. Okay. Now by the action of, balance the equation also. Now by the action of oxygen on metal sulfide. Here we can take any of the metallic sulfide. Suppose ZnS. When it reacts with oxygen, it will form ZnO, metallic oxide along with sulfur dioxide. Okay. 2 SO2 3. Okay. By decomposition of salt, metal carbonate, when this metal carbonate it get decomposed, it will form basic oxide along with carbon dioxide. Suppose we can take any of the metallic carbonate we have to take. So calcium carbonate we are taking. ठीक है. When it is heated, it will form basic oxide. Basic oxide, what basic oxide will be formed? Calcium oxide, CaO. And what is released? Carbon dioxide gas is released in this. Okay. One more thing I want to tell you, कि in this case sodium and potassium carbonates, they do not decompose on heating. Okay. Another we can take for metal nitrate. Here we can see any of the metallic nitrate is calcium nitrate, CaNO3. Okay. Again, when it is heated, it will form basic oxide. Basic oxide, CaO. And it will form nitrogen dioxide along with oxygen. Here also sodium and potassium nitrates will not give metallic oxide when they are decomposed. Ammonium hydroxide, it is also prepared by simply dissolving ammonia gas in water, and we know that ammonia is extremely soluble in water. So when ammonia, it is dissolved in water, so what it forms? Ammonia, when it dissolves in water, what it forms? Ammonium hydroxide, which is a weak alkali. This is a weak alkali. Okay. So that is the preparation of ammonium hydroxide. So these are all about the classification of bases. Now come to properties of bases. Physical properties. When we see the physical properties of these bases, they have a soapy and bitter taste. They change the color of the indicators also. For example, if we will take a litmus paper, the color will be changed from red to blue. When we will take methyl orange as an indicator, it will change the color from orange to yellow. Phenolphthalein, colorless to pink. But insoluble bases, they do not affect any indicators. These are soapy substances, that is, they are slippery to touch also. One important thing I want to tell you, कि caustic soda and caustic potash, they are very strong alkalis, and we know that when these alkalis, they react with oil, they form soap, and our skin, it contains oil in the form of fat. So hence, when we touch this caustic soda or caustic potash, what happens? A reaction will take place and this soapy solution will be formed. Another point is they are strong electrolytes and they show mild corrosive action on the skin. That means a slight burn can be caused when they drop on the skin. So those are the physical properties of bases.